So Nick, I gotta imagine that's not easy playing against that type of press the entire time when you don't have your point guard playing. Let's talk about what you guys figured out about yourselves throughout that game, playing against a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone on the team would agree. We just kind of figured out how tough we were. I knew going into it, playing point guard against a great team like Auburn was going to be tough. But, I trusted my teammates and they trusted me, so we were able to feed off each other. And, I thought we put a great effort out there, and it was fun.
In some ways, Ben, this team seemed, especially in the first half, seemed defensively a lot more in sync, I guess, than a lot of the games last year. Can you just talk about the focus during the offseason and how that looked today? Because to my point of view, it looked a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, to win the league, you got to be a good defensive team. Like, you look back every year in this league, one of the top 3 defenses wins the league. So we knew this offseason, we weren't a top 3 defense last year, we didn't win the league. We were a top 3 defense 2 years ago, we won the league. And we knew that we needed to really focus on defense, and that all stems from connection. And so we really focused as upperclassmen, as a whole team, on really getting this group connected and bought into playing the way we want to play. And one of our 3 core values is fly around on D. And so we knew we needed to fly around, and we got a long ways to go, but I thought especially in the first half today, we really did fly around, and we made plays, and we forced them into some tough shots, we forced them into some misses, and we weren't as good on the glass as we wanted to be, but we were able to force them into some tough shots and get out in transition and get to our best layer of offense. So it really has been a focus for our team. It's been a focus in a lot of practices. We spend multiple drills working on defense, working on closeouts, working on playing against pressure and all that. So yeah, I would say it's definitely been an emphasis.
Nick, coming from Division II to obviously now, your transition looks pretty seamless. Just talk about what you've been able to add to the team, and also how that transition has been seamless, because you're a mature guy and you're really confident. Just talk about how you've been able to lead.
Yeah, I think coming in as a grad student, like you said, that maturity does help me. But also, I got to give props to Coach Ritchie and the system he puts us in. Being a shooter I am, all the guys have confidence in me to shoot it, and I have confidence in myself. So, the system he puts out there really complements my game, so it allows me to just be confident and let it fly out there for sure.
When you got a guy with his moxie and swagger, it's pretty easy to trust him. Because when he walks out there, he's strutting around. All right, if I hit him in the corner, he's gonna bang him.
So, Ben, to that point, you're another mature player on this team, and you've been around a lot of wins. How do you, talk to some of the younger guys that looked a little bit timid out there today? What is your advice to them going forward?
I mean, listen, that's a top 10 team in the country, right? Coach Ritchie just told us in the locker room, we're gonna have to beat a team like that in March, right? In the tournament. To win the SoCon, we're not gonna have to beat a team as physical and that brings as much pressure as them. But you just gotta keep encouraging them. You gotta keep pushing. Guys are gonna have good days. Guys are gonna have bad days, right? But if you can keep stepping up to the plate and swinging, right? Don't back down, right? Don't be timid. The guys who can step up and face that and face the pressures of a game like this, and even though it's an exhibition, right? Both teams wanted to win. You could see it out there today. It was very competitive, right? And
I think you felt it on one of those fights.
it was. I drove in there and got mauled, right? It was a war out there. And so for some guys, that's the first time they've ever seen anything like that. And a guy like Nick steps up to the challenge and freaking has 19 points, right? And he's ready to rock.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about, like we talked about it for all offseason, right? Being ready for the moment. And we're gonna keep getting better. Like this team, we got a lot of new pieces, a lot of guys that are young, a lot of guys that haven't been around a long time, right? We're gonna speed up that process, and we're gonna keep pushing. And every day in practice, right, we're gonna step up and we're gonna swing. And we're not gonna back down. We're not gonna back down until the season's over.
Yeah, good.
All right, fantastic.
Thanks.